All right, welcome back. Listen to this. There's a chronic skin condition that affects the quality of life for millions of people across the country.
Yes, a dermatologist at UConn Health is now trying to destigmatize it by spreading the word that patients that have HS can find relief right here in Connecticut. Here's Irene O'Connor with more.
So HS is a condition. When I talk to patients about it, I describe it as inverse acne.
You might not hear a lot about hidradenitis suppurativa, or HS as it's called, but Dr. Akua Sarfo at UConn Health is trying to change all that.
It's not in the forefront of media or in the forefront of things people talk about because of the stigma, I would say. So a lot of times when I see patients and I tell them, you know, you're not alone.
Dr. Sarfo wants to bring awareness and let people know they can find relief from HS. It's a very painful chronic condition where oil plugs up deep under the surface of a hair follicle.
It tends to look like acne-like bumps, so big pink inflamed bumps in those areas, or some people call them boils. For people who've had the condition for longer, you can form what we call sinus tracts, which is where you have long areas under the surface that are connected, that might have two openings over the surface, but they're connected underneath, or scarring, or what we call fistulas or tunnels, which is where you get even bigger areas that are connected underneath the surface. So the way it presents, HS tends to affect specific areas of the body. Usually places where skin meets skin, so body folds, so like the armpit area, for some women under the breasts, the inner thighs, and then the backside, the buttocks is an area that can be affected.
At this point, doctors are not 100% sure what causes HS. Dr. Sarfo says genetics could play a role.
So for some people it runs in families, and then we also think that there might be a contribution just from the structure of certain people's hair follicles, since it does happen under the surface in the hair follicle, that some people just might have a certain structure that makes them more susceptible to it. People can get it on their face, they can get it in other areas.
Stage 1 of HS could be treated with topical creams or washes. Stage 2 would be treated with injectable medications. But Dr. Sarfo is one of the only doctors in this area that does surgery for very serious, more advanced cases.
So these are things like de-roofing procedures, which is where if people have one specific area that's active, it keeps flaring, they keep getting drainage, we'll go and we'll numb it up and we'll open that up. And we found that once we open that up and let it heal in, that tends to control the condition in that area.
Dr. Sarfo is just hoping people who have HS can realize they are not the only ones out there.
I want people to know that there is a national platform. There's an HS Foundation. So if you go to their website, there's a lot of great resources for anyone who has any questions about the condition. And then also there are specialists listed, people who are associated with the HS Foundation, who see patients and offer a number of treatments.
I'm Irene O'Connor for Great Day, Connecticut.
That doctor's terrific.
Yeah. And, you know, this is something that you can learn more about with the Department of Dermatology. All you have to do is visit health.uconn.edu/dermatology.